Hey, so we are on the preseason football task. It is 7:30 on a Thursday night and I'm pretty tired, but let's do this. Before we start, I want to give a big shout out to my Susio crew. Keep it real. Alright, so anyways, we have this thing called the substitution method. And probably some of you know this, but I need to make sure that you understand the substitution method. And what you do for the substitution method is you have two equations, and you take one of these equations and you plug that back into the y or the x for the other equation. This one is y equals, so I'm going to plug that into the y in the other equation. So let's solve that. So I'm going to have x minus 3y, so I'm writing this equation, equals 2. Now I'm going to plug in this y equals, whatever is after the equal sign, I'm going to put into the first equation. So you can do that right now. So then we got x minus 3. Instead of y, we need to put all of that stuff. 3x minus 4 equals dos. Okay, so then we do x minus, now we need to do the distributive property, so hopefully you are good at that. So we get negative 3 times negative 3x. That's a negative, and a negative equals a positive. So we have x plus 9x. Then we got minus 3 times negative 4. Negative and a negative is a positive. And then 3 times 4 equals 12. And then all of that equals dos. Okay, so then we can combine the 1x and the 9x together to make 10x. And then we have 12 equals 2. And then we do negative 12 on both sides. If I pass out during this problem, don't worry, I'll be back. And then 2 minus 12, that equals negative 10. So we got 10x equals negative 10. And then you probably know what to do from here. You got 10 times x, so you need to divide by 10. And then x equals negative 10 divided by positive 10 equals negative 1. Okay, so then do you know what to do with this x? We need to take this x right here, this negative 1, and then you can plug it back into one of these equations, and you can choose. It can be this one, or it can be this one. I think the second equation looks easier to do, so let's rewrite the second equation. Purple arrow. Y equals negative 3x minus 4. And then we're going to put this negative 1 in for x. So it's y equals negative 3 times negative 1 minus 4. So then you get y equals negative 3 times a negative 1. A negative and a negative equals a positive, minus 4. 3 minus 4 equals negative 1. There's our second coordinate. So we have x equals negative 1 and y equals negative 1. So that's where you would put in here. And then when you click check answer, you get the right answer. Okay, so you're going to do like 8 of these, and just make sure that you understand how to do this before you try this preseason football task. I'm going to do just one more problem. You can stop the video if you think you got it, but if you're still confused, then let's check out this second example. Okay, so in this one we have negative 6x plus 4y equals 2. This time they give us the x equals by itself. So what we're going to do is take this negative y minus 7 and plug it in for the x in the other equation. Does that make sense? So take your second equation and rewrite that. 6x plus 4y equals 2. Then plug the stuff in for x. So we got negative 6 times negative y minus 7 plus 4y equals 2. Okay, so we got negative 6 times negative y equals 6y. Negative 6 times negative 7 equals plus 42. And then plus 4y equals dose. So we got 6y plus 4y equals 10y plus 42 equals dose. And then we got minus 42. Minus 42. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so that crosses out. Then we got 10y equals 2 minus 42 equals negative 40. Then we divide by 10. Divide by 10. And then y equals negative 4. Yeah. Okay, then we take this negative 4 and we need to plug it back into one of the equations. So let's do it for, oh my gosh, x equals negative 7 minus 7. Whoops. Back it up. Sorry, my brain's getting tired. Negative y minus 7, okay. Then we take this negative 4, plug it in for the y. So we have x equals negative 4 minus 7. And negative equals positivo minus 7. So then x equals 567 minus 3. Woo! Got it. So x equals negative 3, y equals negative 4. And that is solving using the substitution method. So go ahead and try that out on your own, and hopefully you do well. And I'll see you in the next video.